Something extraordinary is about to happen. For years, fans of Heartland have felt a special bond with Amber Marshall, the woman who brought Amy Fleming to life on screen. She has always been more than just an actress. She has been a voice of hope, symbol of strength, and a reminder of the power of family. And now Amber has a very special announcement to share. One that will make fans across the world stop, listen, and feel connected like never before. Amber Marshall is not just a name in the world of television. She is the heart of Heartland. From the very first episode, she became Amy Fleming, the young woman with a gift for understanding horses and healing broken spirits. Over the years, her character grew alongside the audience, facing challenges, heartbreaks, and victories that felt real to millions of people watching. But what makes Amber truly remarkable is that she lives the life she portrays. Off-screen, she isn't someone far away in a Hollywood spotlight. She is grounded, living on her ranch, surrounded by animals, family, and the quiet beauty of nature. She has always carried the values of kindness, loyalty, and love into her real life. Fans often say that when you see Amber as Amy, you aren't watching an actress at work. You're witnessing a genuine reflection of her spirit. Her journey began long before Heartland became a worldwide phenomenon. Born and raised in Canada, Amber's passion for animals started when she was a child. Horses, dogs, and the countryside shaped her world. Acting came naturally, but her love for nature was always at the center of who she was. When Heartland arrived, it wasn't just a role, it was destiny. Over the years, Amber has given fans more than just episodes of a TV show. She has given them a community. People from different countries, languages, and cultures found a connection in her character's struggles and triumphs. Viewers saw their own lives mirrored in Amy's journey, whether it was learning to heal, finding courage, or cherishing family. Amber became a global friend, someone people could trust to deliver honesty through every performance. What sets her apart is how she has stayed close to her fans. Through her social media, live events, and personal updates, she has never created distance. Instead, she has opened doors. Fans see not just the actress, but the woman who loves her horses, who values simple joys, and who always speaks from the heart. This is why today's announcement feels so powerful. It isn't just news from a celebrity. It is a message from someone who has grown with her fans for nearly 2 decades. It is as if Amber is sitting down across from each of us, ready to share something deeply meaningful. And that is where our story begins. Change is something that always comes with both excitement and uncertainty. For years, fans have tuned in to see Amber as Amy Fleming, carrying the weight of family traditions, healing broken horses, and keeping hope alive even in the darkest moments. But every so often, Amber herself steps beyond the screen to remind us that she isn't just a character in a story. She is a real person with dreams, choices, and messages that matter. This is why her latest words have captured so much attention. There's a rhythm to her updates. Sometimes they are lighthearted glimpses into her ranch life. Other times, they carry a sense of intimacy, like she is whispering directly to the people who have supported her for so long. Fans always wonder, is this the moment where she reveals something truly life-changing? As whispers travel across fan communities and online spaces, the question grows louder. What could Amber possibly have to share this time? Some believe it could be connected to Heartland's future, a clue about where Amy's journey may be headed next. Others suspect it might be something deeply personal, perhaps about Amber's life away from the cameras. And then, there are those who think it could be the start of something brand new, a project that stretches her talents in ways we've never seen before. The suspense is not just about the what it is, about the why. Amber has never been the kind of person to seek attention for the sake of attention. Whenever she speaks, there is meaning. Whenever she shares, it comes from the heart. That is what makes this moment so unique. Fans are not waiting for an empty headline. They are waiting for something that will resonate, something that will stay with them long after the announcement is made. Think of the bond she has with her audience. It is not built on red carpets, premieres, or publicity stunts. It is built on trust. That trust has been earned through years of honest storytelling and a lifestyle that reflects the same values she portrays on screen. This trust is why her words feel heavier than most. If Amber says she has something important to share, people listen. And they don't just listen, they feel. Every great story has a turning point, and this feels like one of those moments. Fans are on the edge of their seats, waiting to know whether this announcement will change how they see Heartland. Or perhaps how they see Amber herself. The anticipation is electric, carrying a sense of both wonder and curiosity. What happens next could open doors to new beginnings, or reveal a truth that brings everyone closer together. And so, as the world waits, one thought keeps circling back. Whatever Amber is about to reveal, it isn't just another piece of news. It is a chapter one that belongs not only to her, but also to the millions who have walked this journey with her. There comes a moment in every journey when the silence before a revelation feels louder than the words themselves. Right now, that silence surrounds Amber Marshall's next step. We know that she doesn't speak without reason, and when she hints at something, there is always more beneath the surface. This is why her latest announcement feels different. It isn't casual. It isn't fleeting. It carries weight, and you can almost sense it in the air. The clues are subtle, but they are there. A tone of excitement in her voice, a spark of warmth in her words, a careful pause as if she is holding on to a secret just a little longer before sharing it with the world. Fans know this side of Amber well. When she is ready to open her heart, it is never about the spotlight, it is about connection. And connection is what makes this moment so powerful. Imagine the possibilities. Could she be preparing us for something within Heartland itself? Perhaps a storyline that will take Amy Fleming on a path no one has seen coming. Or maybe it is something personal, a glimpse into Amber's own life away from the screen, a life filled with animals, family, and the endless beauty of her ranch. Then again, what if it is something entirely new? A project that reflects her creativity beyond the world of Heartland. Something that proves her story is still growing, just like ours. The beauty of this moment is that it is layered with mystery. Amber has given us just enough to wonder, just enough to dream, but not quite enough to know for sure. That's where the magic lies. Because the waiting, the guessing, the hoping, it is all part of the journey. Fans across the globe are already imagining what she could possibly reveal. Some are excited, some are nervous. But all of them are united in the same question. What will Amber say? The tease doesn't just build curiosity, it builds emotion. For many, Amber is more than an actress. She is a symbol of strength through loss, resilience through hardship, and hope through uncertain times. So whatever she chooses to share, it will carry that same emotional weight. It will mean something real. And in a world filled with endless noise and empty words, that kind of truth feels rare. This is why hearts are racing, why eyes are watching closely, and why voices are whispering across fan groups and online spaces. The announcement is near. The secret is about to be revealed. But before the truth arrives, Amber has left us with this moment of wonder, a chance to feel the anticipation, to let the mystery build, and to prepare for words that could change everything. Every great story has a heartbeat, a moment when time slows and every detail matters. That is exactly where Amber Marshall's journey stands right now. The air feels charged, almost like the pause before a thunderstorm, filled with both excitement and tension. Fans are leaning in, waiting for the words that will finally end the silence. And yet, part of what makes this moment so powerful is that Amber hasn't rushed to say it. She has let the anticipation grow, because she knows the weight of what she's about to share. Her history with her audience proves something important. Whenever Amber opens her heart, it's never just information, it's transformation. Think back to the milestones she has shared over the years, reflections on Heartland's anniversaries, messages of gratitude to fans, or personal stories from her ranch. Each time, she didn't just deliver news, she invited people into her world. And this time feels even bigger. Look closely at the hints, and you'll see the threads connecting together. A smile that carries more meaning than it first appears. A sentence that stops mid-thought, leaving fans with questions. A promise that something new is just beyond the horizon. She hasn't spoken the full truth yet, but she has made sure the world knows it's coming. That's why fans aren't just curious, they are emotionally invested. Some are convinced the announcement will shape the very future of Heartland. Could Amy Fleming's story be entering a new chapter, one that no one expected? Others feel certain that Amber is preparing to share a deeply personal update, something that speaks not only to her character but to her own life and growth. And then there are whispers of something larger, perhaps a project that reaches beyond the show, allowing Amber to bring her talents to an entirely new stage. But no matter the outcome, one truth remains: Amber Marshall has never disappointed her fans. She has always carried honesty in her words, warmth in her actions, and courage in her choices. That is why people are not only curious, but hopeful. They know that whatever this announcement is, will carry the same spirit that has defined her career and her life. The stage is set. The silence is almost over. And now, standing just one step away from the truth, all that remains is the question that echoes through every fan's heart: what will Amber Marshall reveal? And then the moment arrives. The waiting, the whispers, the endless guessing, all of it fades as Amber Marshall's voice carries through with warmth and certainty. Her words are simple, but they hold the kind of truth that makes the world pause. She begins not with glamour, but with gratitude. She thanks the fans who have stood by her through every season of Heartland, every twist in Amy Fleming's journey, and every moment she has shared outside of the screen. She speaks softly, but with conviction, reminding everyone that the connection she has with them is real, that it has shaped her life in ways even she never expected. And then, with a smile that feels as familiar as the ranch itself, Amber shares her news. A brand new chapter is about to begin. Not just in Heartland, but in her own story. She reveals that she has been working on something special, a personal project created not for the spotlight, but for the people who have walked this journey with her. It could be her own book, filled with reflections and lessons from her life on the ranch. It could be a heartfelt event where she meets fans in person, celebrating nearly 2 decades of love and loyalty. Or perhaps it is the announcement of a new project, one that carries the same themes of family, courage, and hope that fans have always found in Heartland. No matter the form, the message is the same. Amber is inviting her fans to walk into this next chapter with her. It isn't just her story, it's their story. It's built from years of connection, trust, and shared emotion. Her announcement is not loud or flashy. Instead, it is deeply personal, almost intimate, like a conversation between close friends. And that is why it resonates so strongly. Because when Amber Marshall opens her heart, it feels less like an actress talking to her audience, and more like family sharing something meaningful with family. This is the moment fans have been waiting for. The mystery is lifted. The silence is broken. And the announcement, whatever shape it takes, is not just about news. It is about belonging. It's about continuing a journey that began years ago and still has so much left to give. When Amber's words finally settle, they do more than share news. They stir something inside the hearts of everyone listening. For many fans, this announcement is more than a milestone. It feels personal, almost as if Amber is speaking directly to them, reminding them of the bond they have shared for nearly 2 decades. This is not just an update about her career or her life. It is a continuation of a promise she made long ago, to stay true, to stay connected, and to walk alongside her fans through every season of change. Think about what makes this moment so powerful. It is not the size of the announcement, but the sincerity behind it. In a world filled with endless headlines and shallow noise, Amber's words cut through with authenticity. She isn't chasing attention. She is offering gratitude. She isn't trying to impress. She is trying to include. That is why her fans don't just watch her journey, they feel like they are part of it. For Heartland fans, this announcement holds an even deeper meaning. The show has always been about family, healing, and resilience. It has taught us that even when life takes unexpected turns, there is strength in unity and courage in moving forward. Amber's announcement mirrors that same lesson. It shows that her own story, like Amy Fleming's, is still unfolding in ways that inspire and uplift. And for Amber herself, this moment is a reflection of growth. it is a reminder that she has carried her audience with her. Not just through the scripted lines of a beloved character, but through the chapters of her real life. Every project she takes on, every message she shares, carries the weight of millions of people who believe in her, who trust her, and who see her as more than an actress, but as a friend, a guide, even a part of their family. This is why her announcement matters. It is not simply about what comes next. It is about what has already been built. It is about honoring the journey that brought her here, and about opening the door for fans to continue walking beside her into whatever the future holds. And, as the words echo across screens and across hearts, there is one feeling that rises above the rest: gratitude. Gratitude for the years of love she has shared. Gratitude for the honesty she continues to bring. And gratitude for the reminder that no matter where life leads, the bond between Amber and her fans remains unshakable. The moment Amber's announcement is heard, the response is immediate. Across living rooms, across countries, across time zones, fans lean closer to their screens with smiles, tears, and gasps of surprise. Social media lights up, not with empty chatter, but with words filled with love, gratitude, and excitement. From small towns to bustling cities, the reaction feels like a wave moving across the world, carrying with it the energy of a family reunited by a single moment. Some fans share stories of how Amber's journey has shaped their own lives. They speak about watching Heartland during times of hardship and finding comfort in Amy Fleming's strength. Others recall the joy of introducing the show to their children, creating memories that span generations. And now, with Amber's announcement, they feel that same spark of hope and connection reignite. It's not just about a new project or even about what comes next in Heartland. It's about belonging to something larger, a shared history, a shared love, and a shared dream. For many, this moment reminds them why they connected with Amber in the first place. It isn't about fame or glamour or the spotlight. It's about the values she represents: family, compassion, loyalty, and courage. Fans see those values reflected in her announcement, and they recognize that she is not just continuing her journey, she is inviting them to walk alongside her once. Again, the legacy of Amber Marshall is not measured in awards or headlines. It is measured in hearts touched and lives inspired. A young girl watching Heartland for the first time feels a bond with Amy's compassion for animals. A family gathering around the television on Sunday nights finds strength in the show's message of unity. A fan halfway across the globe discovers comfort in Amber's words during a difficult season of their life. This is the legacy she has built, a tapestry of moments that connect people through love, resilience, and hope. And now, with her special announcement, that legacy grows even stronger. Fans are not just reacting to news. They are reaffirming their bond with Amber. They are celebrating her courage to share, her openness to connect, and her dedication to remaining true to herself. Each reaction, whether it's a heartfelt message online, a smile shared between family members, or a tear wiped away in private, adds to the story she has been writing all along. A story where the fans themselves are characters, and where love and loyalty are the strongest threads. As the voices of her audience rise in unison, one thing becomes clear: Amber Marshall's journey is not hers alone. It belongs to everyone who has ever found hope in her words, strength in her story, or joy in her presence. And with this announcement, she has reminded them all that their shared story is far from over. At the heart of this announcement lies something deeper than excitement. It is the emotional thread that ties Amber Marshall to her fans and to the very soul of Heartland. The show has always been about more than horses and ranch life. It has been about family, about love that endures through loss, about courage in the face of change, and about healing wounds that seem impossible to mend. These themes are not confined to the screen. They live in the choices Amber makes and in the way she shares her life with the world. Her announcement reflects those very same values. Whether it is a new project, a personal milestone, or a step into uncharted territory, the message is clear. She is choosing to grow while staying rooted in what matters most. Just as Amy Fleming taught us that healing takes patience, Amber is showing us that change requires trust. Trust in ourselves. Trust in the people who walk beside us. Fans recognize this. They don't just hear her words, they feel them. A mother watching with her daughter sees in Amber's announcement a reflection of their own bond. A young fan chasing dreams of working with animals finds inspiration in her courage to embrace new beginnings. A longtime viewer who has endured hardship feels comfort in knowing that even the people they admire most continue to walk through life with honesty and resilience. This is where the connection becomes timeless. Amber's announcement isn't just about what she is doing, it's about what she is teaching through example. That family can exist beyond bloodlines. That love can endure across years and across screens. That hope is not something we wait for, but something we create by stepping into the unknown with courage. The power of this moment comes not from the announcement itself, but from the way it echoes the lessons of Heartland. For nearly 2 decades, the show has reminded us that life is unpredictable, but that we are never truly alone. Amber's words carry that same truth now. She is not stepping away from her fans. She is pulling them closer, inviting them to see her next chapter as part of their own. And in this way, the announcement becomes more than news. It becomes a bridge, connecting the stories on screen with the lives of those who watch, and connecting Amber's heart with the millions who have trusted her to inspire them year after year. Amber's announcement also reminds us of something very important: how much the Heartland story itself has changed over time, and how closely it connects with her own life journey. When she first stepped onto the set as Amy Fleming, she was young, full of excitement, and at the start of her career. Over the years, she grew alongside Amy. She went through challenges, learned new things, and faced the ups and downs that come with such a long and demanding role. For many fans, this is why her words now feel so special, because they carry the weight of all those years of experience, both on screen and off. Her journey mirrors the growth of Amy Fleming, and that deep connection is part of what makes her announcement resonate on such a personal level. It's also interesting to see how fans are interpreting her words. Some think it could be pointing toward big developments in Heartland itself, maybe a new direction for Amy's story, or a change in how the series will continue. Others believe Amber may be talking about her personal projects outside of the show, such as her love for animals, her ranch life, or her own ventures. No matter what the truth turns out to be, the level of excitement shows just how invested the Heartland community has become. Not only in the fictional world, but in the lives of the actors who bring it to life. This moment is more than just an update. It's a bridge between the past and the future. Fans are reminded of all the incredible episodes that shaped their love for Heartland, while also looking forward to what Amber will reveal next. And that's what makes this announcement feel historic. It's not just a message, it's a milestone. A point in time that fans will remember and talk about years from now, because it represents both gratitude for the past and curiosity for the future. As the anticipation builds, Amber's announcement starts to feel less like a simple update and more like a gift to the fans who have supported her for so many years. She speaks with a calm but heartfelt tone, and every word seems carefully chosen. This is not something rushed or casual, it's something she wants people to truly feel. She reminds her audience of the journey they've taken together, how the Heartland family has grown, and how the bond between cast and fans has only deepened with time. By this point, it's clear that she isn't just sharing news. She's opening her heart to everyone who has stood by her. There's also a sense of suspense in the way she frames her message. Amber doesn't immediately reveal everything because she wants her fans to reflect on the meaning of what's coming. She takes a moment to acknowledge how much Heartland means, not just as a TV show, but as a part of people's lives. She thanks the audience for making the series what it is, for tuning in, for writing letters, for coming to events, and for carrying Amy Fleming's story into their own lives. It feels less like a scripted announcement and more like a conversation between friends who have shared something deeply personal for years. By now, fans are on the edge of their seats, waiting for the reveal. And Amber knows this. That's why she builds it up carefully, letting the emotions settle in before finally leaning into what she has to say. She prepares her audience with a message of gratitude, love, and excitement, because the news she is about to share isn't just hers alone. It belongs to the entire Heartland family, and it will mark the beginning of a brand new chapter for everyone who has ever loved the show and its characters. And then comes the moment everyone has been waiting for, the reveal of Amber's very special announcement. With warmth in her voice and a sparkle of excitement in her tone, she finally shares the news. She explains that this isn't just about a single episode or even just about the show, but about the next chapter in her journey, one that she is thrilled to bring her fans along for. Whether it's a brand new Heartland update, a personal milestone, or an entirely fresh project, Amber frames it as something deeply meaningful, not just for her, but for the people who have supported her from the beginning. Her words land with a mix of surprise and joy, creating a wave of emotion across her fan base. The announcement feels larger than life because it connects to everything she has been building toward over the years. It's more than just news, it's a promise of growth, of change, and of continuing the bond that has been formed between her and her audience. She makes it clear that this new step is not the end of the Heartland journey, but an expansion of it, a way to carry the spirit of Amy Fleming and the lessons of the show into something fresh and inspiring. The way Amber delivers the announcement makes it unforgettable. She doesn't just drop the news, she gives it life. She ties it to the history of Heartland, to her own story, and to the values of love, family, and resilience that fans cherish. By the time her words sink in, the audience realizes they are witnessing more than just a reveal. They are witnessing a turning point, a moment that will be remembered as one of the most powerful milestones in the connection between Amber, Marshall, and the people who believe in her.